Assalamu alaikum. Welcome you all. In first two lectures, we have already discussed ETA Medical Paper 2019 Physics MCQs up to 30. In this video, we will talk about the remaining part of Physics MCQs, and inshallah, it will go to end in this video. MCQ number 31 है which of the following is not electromagnetic wave? Radio wave, X-ray, light wave or sound waves. Dear student, हमें पता है कि radio wave is electromagnetic wave, so this option is excluded. Option B is X-rays, which is also electromagnetic in nature. Light wave is also electromagnetic wave. And the last one is sound wave, and sound wave are longitudinal waves. Therefore, this is not an electromagnetic wave. लिहाजा हमारे पास दुरुस्त ऑप्शन जो होगा वो डी होगा, which is sound waves. MCQ number 32 है a hail and rain drop of same radius are released from same height, then the rain drop will reach before hail, after hail, at the same time or none of these. हमारे पास दो ऑब्जेक्ट है, वन इज हेल जिसको हम पश्तो में गलाई कहते हैं एंड द सेकंड वन इज रेन ड्रॉप। दोनों को सेम हाइट से रिलीज किया गया है और दोनों का रेडियस भी सेम है। हमने ये मालूम करना है कि कौन सा ऑब्जेक्ट पहले आएगा और कौन सा ऑब्जेक्ट बाद में आएगा। ये डिपेंड करता है इसके टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी पर, एंड वी नो दैट टर्मिनल वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल टू mg डिवाइडेड बाय 6 पाई ईटा r. Here the radius is same for both objects. Therefore, terminal velocity only depends on the mass of the object. And we know that the hail have greater mass than raindrop. Therefore, terminal velocity of the hail will be greater than the raindrop and hail will reach first. Therefore, here the correct option is after hail. Mean the raindrop will reach after hail. MCQ number 33 है two blocks A and B having masses 3 kg and 4 kg are raised to same height from Earth's surface. The ratio of gravitational potential of A to that of B is 3:4, 1:1, 4:3 or none of these. हमारे पास दो बॉडीज है जिसको सेम हाइट तक उठाया गया है एंड हमसे पूछा गया है कि व्हाट विल बी द रेशियो ऑफ देयर ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल. डियर स्टूडेंट, वी नो द फार्मूला दैट V is equal to gm divided by r, where g is the gravitational constant, m is mass of the earth which is also constant, and this small r is equal to capital R plus h, where capital R is the radius of the earth and h is height, this one. हमें ये गिवन है कि दोनों को सेम हाइट तक उठाया गया है, लिहाजा हमारे पास आर भी कांस्टेंट है. Therefore, for both bodies, the gravitational potential will be constant and their ratio will be 1:1. लिहाजा हमारे पास दुरुस्त ऑप्शन होगा B, which is 1:1. MCQ number 34 है heat and work are equivalent. This means when we supply heat to body, we work on it. When we do work on a body, we supply heat to it. The temperature of a body can be increased by doing work on it, and heat and work are not interconvertible. Dear student, हमें इस क्वेश्चन में ये पूछा गया है कि heat and work are equivalent इस सेंटेंस का क्या मतलब है. हमें पता है कि work is directly proportional to Q. According to this statement, we can say that जब हम किसी जिस्म पर काम करते हैं तो काम करने के जरिए हम इस सिस्टम में एक्चुअली हीट को ऐड करते हैं. Therefore, here the correct option is B, which is when we do work on a body, we supply heat to it. MCQ number 35 है mark out the correct option. The energy of any small part of string remain constant in a traveling wave. The energy of any small part of string remain constant in standing wave. The energy of all the small parts of equal length are equal in a traveling wave. The energy of all the same parts of equal length are equal in standing wave. डियर स्टूडेंट, ये जो चार ऑप्शन आपको दिए गए हैं, इट इज़ ऑल अबाउट स्टैंडिंग वेव, और आपसे ये पूछा गया है कि आप इनमें से उस ऑप्शन को मुंतखब करें जो स्टैंडिंग वेव को बेहतर तौर पर डिस्क्राइब कर सके। पहला ऑप्शन है द एनर्जी ऑफ एनी स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग रिमेन कांस्टेंट इन अ ट्रेवलिंग वेव। इट इज़ टोटली रॉन्ग बिकॉज ट्रेवलिंग वेव में एनर्जी कांस्टेंट नहीं रहता। ऑप्शन बी है द एनर्जी ऑफ एनी स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग रिमेन कांस्टेंट इन स्टैंडिंग वेव। दिस इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन। स्टैंडिंग वेव में किसी लूप के अंदर या स्मॉल रीजन में एनर्जी के मकदार कांस्टेंट रहता है। देयरफॉर हियर द करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज बी। MCQ number 36 है a system can be taken from initial state P1V1 to the final state P2V2 by two different methods. Let del Q and del W represent the heat given to the system and the work done by the system. Which of the following must be the same for both methods? Option A del Q plus del W or del Q minus del W. डियर स्टूडेंट, हमें पता है कि P1V1 is equal to P2V2. This is Hooke's law, Boyle's law. And Boyle's law is applicable only and only when the temperature is constant. And we also know when the temperature is constant, then the internal energy of the system remains constant. Means there is no changes in the internal energy of the system. Now, according to first law of thermodynamics, we know that del Q is equal to del U plus del W, where del Q is the heat given to the system and del U is the internal energy of the system, while del W is the work done by the system. Now, if we put del U is equal to 0, then first law of thermodynamics will become del Q minus del W. इसका मतलब ये हुआ when you take a system from initial state to final state by any method, the first law of thermodynamics will be right in this form. Therefore, here the correct option is D, which is del Q minus del W. MCQ number 37 है at what angle two forces 2F and 2 under the root F must act so that their resultant is F 10 under the root, pi by 4, pi by 3, pi by 2, or none of these. We are given that F1 is equal to 2F, F2 is equal to 2 under the root F, and their resultant is equal to F 10 under the root. And we have to find the angle between these two forces. Now, if resultant is equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta under the root, by squaring both hand side, Fr square will be equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Now we will put these three values on this equation. It will become 10F square is equal to 4F square plus 2F square plus 4F square under the root 2 cos theta. By further simplifying, 1 will be equal to 2 under the root cos theta. Now cos theta will be equal to 1 divided by 2 under the root, and theta will be equal to cos inverse 1 divided by 2 under the root. And we know that cos inverse 1 divided by 2 under the root is pi by 4, which is equal to 5 by 4, which is option A. MCQ number 38 है when 20 joule of work was done on a gas, 40 joule of heat energy was released. We have to take it negative because the energy is released. If the initial internal energy of the gas was 70 joule, what is the final internal energy? 50 joule, 60 joule, 90 joule, or 110 joule? We are given that initial internal energy is 70 joule, work done is 20 joule, and heat is minus 40 because heat released from the system. Therefore, we will take it in negative. Now, according to first law of thermodynamics, we know that del Q is equal to del U plus del W, and del U is equal to final internal energy minus initial internal energy will be equal to del Q minus del W. Now we will put all these three values. Therefore, F will become UF will become minus 20 joule plus initial internal energy, and initial internal energy is 70 joule. Therefore, final internal energy will be 50 joule. लिहाजा हमारे पास दुरुस्त ऑप्शन होगा A, which is 50 joule. MCQ number 39 है, time required by the projectile to reach the summit point is 2h divided by g under the root, 4h divided by g under the root, or 3h divided by g under the root, or h divided by g under the root. We have to find out the time flight at summit point of projectile motion. And we know that time flight is equal to 8h divided by g under the root, and time flight at summit point is equal to half of total time flight. Summit point means the point where the height is maximum. At maximum height, we call it summit point. Therefore, T summit will be equal to 8h divided by g under the root whole divided by 2, and h will become 2h divided by g under the root. Therefore, here the correct option is A, which is 2h divided by g under the root. MCQs number 40 है, the velocity time plot for a particle moving in a straight line is shown in the figure. This one. The particle has constant acceleration, the particle has zero displacement, the particle has never turned around, or the data is insufficient. इस डायग्राम में हमें वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ दिया गया है, और वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ का जो स्लोप है वो एक स्ट्रेट लाइन है, मतलब वो कांस्टेंट है। हमें ये भी पता है कि वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ का स्लोप एक्सेलरेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। देयरफॉर अगर वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ का स्लोप कांस्टेंट है तो इसका डायरेक्ट ये मतलब बनता है कि जिस्म एक कांस्टेंट एक्सेलरेशन के साथ मूव कर रहा है। Therefore, here the correct option is A, which is the particle has constant acceleration. Option B is the particle has zero displacement. This is totally wrong because the particle must cover some displacement. C, the particle has never turned around. This is also wrong because at this point the particle moves from the positive region to the negative region. Therefore, it turns from the positive to negative region. This is also wrong. And the D option is the data is insufficient. This is also wrong. लिहाजा हमारे पास दुरुस्त option A है, which is the particle has constant acceleration.